Yeah, Axiom Space is a four-person mission going to the International Space Station, and the commander is former NASA astronaut Peggy Whitson. Now, I know Peggy; we overlapped in the astronaut office, but I believe Peggy has the record for most time in space of any American astronaut, and maybe all over the world. Anyway, Peggy Whitson is commanding it, but the other international astronauts are from Hungary, India, and Poland. And this marks the first time in 40 years that those governments have sponsored their own astronauts into space. So Axiom 4 hopefully launch early tomorrow morning, 16 days planned at the International Space Station. I see commercial space is coming behind NASA. NASA, I believe, will always do the cutting edge things. Okay, going back to the moon, permanent presence, going off to Mars. But then you've got the commercial space companies doing what they do best, and that's streamlining it, making it more cost effective, much more efficient, so that we expand access to space. That's exactly what's happening now, and I foresee that continuing in the future, that partnership between government and commercial. Yes, absolutely. And for those who don't know, Space Florida is the state space agency, and it evolved from what used to be the Florida Space Authority, the Florida Space Research Institute, and the Florida Finance Corporation. There were three different organizations that were put in place under statute, and the mission of those organizations was to keep Florida first and foremost state in the space industry. So back under Governor Jeb Bush, I reported to the governor at that time. I urged the governor to put those three organizations together. He did. That became what is now known as Space Florida. And Space Florida is the main broker for private commercial space companies that launch here from the Space Coast. You know, as you know, we have, oh my goodness, so many launches we can barely keep up with them all. And not only does that benefit the space community, the scientific community, but it benefits the economic community here in Central Brevard. So Space Florida is doing a great job. I'm happy to have had a small part in its formation some years ago. Well, again, I can try and describe it, but there are no words I can say to make a person really feel it or appreciate it. But when you're outside on a spacewalk and you're looking down at the Earth, it is so awesome, awe-inspiring. So there I go, struggling for words again, because it's difficult to describe something like that. But again, it gives you a sense of how small the Earth is, how fragile the Earth looks, but mainly how beautiful it is. The Earth is incredibly bright and colorful. Even the oceans are different colors depending on the depth. You've got some deep blue, some light blue, maybe some green or whatever. The deserts are all very, very colorful. The Sahara Desert looks bright orange. Looks almost like an orange peel when you look at the sand dunes on Earth, on the desert. Then there's some red, there's some black. So everything about the Earth is incredibly bright and beautiful and colorful. And I haven't seen any pictures yet that really do it justice. So you get a sense of home, the Earth as home, and you get a sense of how fragile the Earth is. You get a sense of how beautiful it is, and you hope that we as people can continue to progress to improve our beauty and support each other and support the other countries.